This moment of fulfilling that promise that we have been waiting for. And the promise is being kept, and we soon get the testimony of it. And that is a Magara star. That is a Magara star we had seen. With the brilliance of 100 stars, I said earlier. The finite in man longs for the infinite. And this is that infinite moment. The force that moves the stars moves also the heart of man. And our hearts are moved. And a law of spiritual gravitation leads his soul to the soul of the universe. Now we have met our soul is getting merged to the soul of the universe. That is a natural phenomenon that we have seen now, and nature manifests in so many ways. It is a manifestation of nature's celebration of the divinity of Lord Ayyappa. Rationalists may take it as coincidence, but we have seen it is a fact, and we have seen with our own eyes. How do our eyes get deceived? Our eyes cannot be deceived. We have seen that. And right from the Sanctum Sanctorum, we are seeing it. That is the front portion of the Sanctum Sanctorum with the Tattvamasi engraved on the roofing. The Tiruvabaranam, the sacred box, has been taken in, and they have been taken into the Sri Kovil. And the Tantri himself, the chief priest himself, will be adorning the idol with these ornaments, and he will be himself conducting the Arati today for the Lord. And he will be, in any case, assisted by the other head priests and other priests inside the sanctum. And now all faces turn towards the Sri Kovil. All faces which were just a few minutes back turn towards the Sharanguti, all now turn towards the Sri Kovil. That is atop the second flight of steps. But elsewhere, all these heads are facing towards this one direction of the Ponnambala Med, of the Kantamala, where a Jyoti will be sighted from any moment from now. As the doors of the Sri Kovil will be thrown open for the Deeparadhana, for the Archana. A similar Archana will be conducted in the mountain, on the southeastern side, at an angle of 30 degrees from the Sri Kovil, where it is believed that the Devas and the Rishis are conducting an Archana for the Lord himself, for the Lord Ayyappa. All eyes now set on one direction, set to one point. All faces, all heads turn to that point where the celestial phenomenon, that the phenomenon of the Magara Jyotis will be appearing any moment from now. And in the meantime, Deeparadhana will be taking place in the Sri Kovil, for which only the fortunate ones could have a glimpse of that. Lakhs of devotees, millions of them outside the temple premises, may not have a glimpse of that, the Deeparadhana proper, but in any case they will definitely get to see a view of the idol, bedecked with all the jewels and the other ornaments sent across to the temple from the palace at Pandalam. A father presenting his son with such valuables that he had agreed to wear for just one day. And this is a day, as I said. All faces turn towards the southeastern directions of the sanctum, towards the Ponnambala Med. The most sought after event at Sabarimala was just over. That is the arrival of the Tiruvabaranam on the Makara Sankranti day. And with the Tiruvabaranam, the sacred jewellery, the arrival of the sacred jewellery will be followed by the Deeparadhana, the Arati at dusk for the Lord with these jewels on. And then the miraculous appearance of the Magara Jyoti, the celestial light, simultaneously on the horizon. A million devotees who have assembled here to witness this rare event. The forested mountains reverberating to the chant of Sharnamayyappa. The devotion of the refugees reaches a crescendo. They are indeed refugees, the devotees who have come asking for refuge from the Lord, asking for comfort, solace, for relief from the sorrows of life. The 3 boxes containing the jewels of the Lord which had just arrived, only out of the 3, only 1 has been taken to the Sanctum Sanctorum, and there we see the front portion of the Sri Kovil, and the box has now been taken into the Sri Kovil. The head of the family of the Pandalam royal family is by belief regarded as the father figure of the deity here, and the traditional Thiruvabaranam procession signifies that the father takes the ornaments to adorn the child, and as is the custom, a member of the royal family escorts the Thiruvabaranam, but this year, owing to certain unavoidable circumstances, the royal escort has not been accompanying the Thiruvabaranam procession. And the entire Sanctum Sanctorum has been lit up, illuminated, and chanting of mantras even on the lips of policemen. All their eyes are all turned towards this one point of the Ponnambalam, of the Magara Jyotis, of the Kandamala. Ponnambalam is of the temple the golden temple in the hills of the Kandamala, where the Lord shines as a supreme Brahman in his transcendental abode, and where the Devas and Rishis are supposed to be performing the Deeparadhana for the Lord. All eyes are now turned towards the Ponnambalam, the golden temple in the hills of Kandamala, the Mount Kandamala, in the southeast direction from the Sanctum Sanctorum. The Magara Sankranti, the auspicious moment when the sun enters the Magara Rashi, and that is just over, we had seen. And now is the moment for the Arati, for the Archana, for the Deeparadhana to take place within the Sri Kovil, after the idol has been adorned, the bedecked, the jewelleries that have just arrived from Pandalam, the abode of Lord Ayyappa. We are also seeing the celestial phenomenon of the Magara Nakshatra rising in the eastern horizon, in the backdrop of the blue skies. And now is the time for the Deeparadhana, and also for sighting the Magara Jyotis at the Ponnambalam. Now all eyes are turned towards that direction, and the flag mast, the holy flag mast, gold plated of the temple, and that is the front view of the temple. We don't get to see a view of the inner Sri Kovil, because that has been forbidden in any case. The roof, the walls, the entire Sri Kovil has been gold plated. And beneath the flight of steps, people, the chanting of the Sharanam, almost reaching the crescendo. It is almost reaching the crescendo. And the doors of the Sri Kovil will be open any moment from now. This will be open from any moment from now. But unfortunately, the viewers, we don't get to see the signs of that, because that is the moment. That is the moment we have been waiting for. Now is the time. Now is the time for the Magara Jyotis to appear in the Ponnambalam. There we see the Magara Nakshatra on the eastern horizon, high above the mountain. doors of the Srikovil have been thrown open for the Deeparadhana. And the country is performing the Archana, the Arati, for the presiding deity. Yes, that is Swami Sharanamayappu.
And there looms on the southeast horizon a luminous light of extraordinary splendor. It is from the abode of Supreme Brahman. Equal light.
That was the Magarajyotis that appeared at the Ponnambala Med. We had just seen that, just surfacing, just emerging, just surfacing once, and high above the mountain, against the backdrop of the eastern horizon, we see the Magara Nakshatra in all its splendor and grandeur, glittering. That is the moment we have been waiting for. Again, that flame appears again at the Ponnambala Med. That is the Magarajyotis appearing there. That is the Magarajyotis appearing at the Ponnambala Med, where the Lord shines as Supreme Brahman and stands under the boat, and where the Devas and Rishis are supposed to be performing the Deeparadhana for the Lord. We have seen the similar Arati being conducted at the Ponnambala Med. The golden temple in the hills of the Ponnambala. The atmosphere here has been electrified. The Swami Sharanam vibrating. That is our flame for eternal flames of the flame. In its brightest position, its brightest splendor.
The effluent light, the feathers, the divine Jyoti blazing on the top of Ponnambala Med will brighten and fulfill the hopes and aspirations of millions of Lord's devotees across the sea, across the mountains and plains, in fact, the whole humanity. This marvelous phenomenon is a great splendor.
That was a moment. That was a moment of fulfillment. That was a moment for which millions of devotees had been waiting for the past 1 year. And that is a moment, the coincidence of the sun entering the Magara Rashi. Coincidence of the Magara Nakshatra appearing in the eastern horizon. And the same moment in which the doors of the Tiruvabharanam, the doors of the Srikovil were thrown open for Deeparadhana, the sighting of the Magarajyotis at the Ponnambala Med. How do we explain all this phenomenon? How do we explain all this coincidence? What is the explanation that we have to offer? There is no words can explain them. Indescribable. No words can describe the feelings of the feelings of the devotees, the pilgrims who have to their heart's contentment had a full vision of the entire phenomenon, the celestial phenomenon that we have just witnessed in the Sanctum Sanctorum right now over the past 10 minutes. How do we explain all that? Impossible. The entire crowd now almost to their feet in a fit of frenzy, They're all moving towards the Sannidhanam. Now their only desire now is to worship the Lord, to climb up the steps and then to have a glimpse of the Lord adorned bedecked with the jewels, in all its splendor and radiance and beauty. And the atmosphere here around charged with the chants of Sharanamayappa, the electrifying atmosphere. How do we explain that? How do we explain all these phenomena that we have seen right now here? No words can do that. Impossible. But we had seen that, and now we have to believe that. It has to be seen to be believed, and it has been seen, and now we have to believe that. How do we explain that? That is a frenzy. That's a flood of stream of devotees surging towards the Sannidhanam, towards the Sanctum Sanctorum, negotiating the flight of 18 steps. They just cannot be held back. They just cannot be controlled. No force on earth can control them. They will only stop in front of the sanctum, and just have a glimpse of their beloved, their God, the Lord Ayyappa, the benevolent. Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa. As I mentioned earlier, the Divara Arati today was performed by the country, the chief priest himself. After he adorned the idol with all the jewelry and himself conducted the Divaradhan. The Tiruvavaranam brought in a procession which culminated a few moments ago we saw. Conspicuous by the absence of this procession was the representative of the Pandalam royal family. It did not escort the Tiruvavaranam procession. That's set off from Pandalam on January 12, all the defilement caused by a child's birth in the family. Usually the Tiruvavaranam is taken back to Pandalam after a week. On the way back, these divine ornaments are adorned on the idol of the Shasta temple Perunal, custom being followed from time immemorial to enable women who are forbidden entry into the temple to pay their respects. In the meantime, we have the visual of surging pilgrims negotiating the 5 steps. And where will all they be contained? It is impossible for so many people to be contained in the sanctum sanctuary, in the courtyard of the sanctum sanctuary. But nothing can stop them. They're just surging ahead. Policemen having a tough time, giving them a helping hand. They're surging ahead. Surging ahead. And as soon as the darshan of the idol is over, they will start their return journey. It is a feeling of ecstasy. There are many temples in the plains dedicated to every deity in the Hindu pantheon. These, as we know, can be easily reached, and there a devotee can pray to his heart's content. But what is it that motivates and inspires millions of pilgrims to visit this shrine, the shrine at Sabarimala, year after year, and that too after undergoing severe trials and tribulations? The reason is that our sages thought that unless an element of rigor and sacrifice was added to worship, belief in God would not be firm and enduring. Now the belief in God has become firm and it is enduring. A long and arduous pilgrimage is surely one way of communing with God. And here, in communing, the Holy Communion with the God, we are coming to the